So now what I'm going to do, the knee slide's nice. I got everything lubed up again. So what we have to identify now is this is the oil feed hole which goes through the knee and mates up with the gib itself, and you have to transfer oil through the knee, through the gib to the surface. So I thought what I'd do is just use a transfer punch here. Actually, I'm not sure if that's going to mark based on the angle that the gib is at. What I might end up doing is spinning something up that's that diameter. I want to have an accurate mark on where the center of that hole is. Notch now. I can't get this out. There we go. Yeah, there's no mark on there. I'm actually going to leave that out and see what the diameter of that hole is. That hole actually stepped down to a smaller diameter, so the transfer punch there I got now will fit and likely will make a mark on the gib. Hopefully that's a good enough mark on there. Just trying to break that gib free now. Probably hard to see, but There's a little dimple there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to line it up with the original gib and just make sure. And then what has to happen is this would be in the new condition, but the gib will slide this way, so the oil has to be able to go into a groove and then feed to the other side. At this point right now, this is the mark I had on the new gib for the length of it at the thicker end. So I've lined up the original gib, and this actually isn't a hole all the way through at this point. I think what probably happened is I'm guessing they drilled through at the oil hole, put a little dimple in here, and then they channel the oil up towards the top of the knee and then go through. So I'm just going to start laying that out. I think what I'll do is I've got this mark here. I think I'll maybe do the same thing, just drill a little dimple in there, just kind of like a reservoir, and then I'll, from the other side of the gib where I have the oil grooves, I'll kind of line up and bring this hole through to this backside and then connect these two. So basically what happens is the oil can travel through this groove regardless of the adjustment on the gib itself. I think the saying is necessity is the mother of invention. So, and just for the record, this is a no judgment zone. We're gonna get her done here. This is the original gib. Got a little angle plate here. I've got it clamped to the compound on the vise. I don't have a milling attachment for the lathe, and obviously I don't have a mill. So got that clamped. I've got a piece of copper underneath the where the way is, so that's not going to damage that. Got a Woodruff key cutter in, call it. And what I've done is I'm using this position here as where I'm going to put the new gib in. I've got a 0 on the travel dial down below for the position of this slot in the original gib. So that runs in there nice. I've trammed the back of the square here, or the angle block, to make sure that that's straight. And so when I release this clamp here and put the new gib in, I'm going to do it up against the key just to make sure I register that distance. So we'll put it in there, and then we'll have a register for that distance there. And then we're going to cross our fingers and give it a try. Well, here goes nothing. Looks pretty good, but the danger cam is shaking around. that camera there and we'll try this again. Seems to be cutting pretty good. I think the cutting forces are pretty good, right? It's climb cutting, and you know the cutting forces are forcing it down. Just kind of curious. I'm going to back it out here to see what it looks like. Looks pretty good so far. I think what's happening is the shank of this thing is starting to hit the gib itself. I think I'm gonna have to I'm gonna leave it where it is right now and try and file that down some more, get some more clearance in there. I didn't like that. So that didn't go so well. I didn't catch that on camera, but this is too high here, and I cut the shank, the reduced neck of that shank there on that cutter, and locked her up good. Luckily I was able to save it. This is never going to be a bearing surface here anyway, so I've relieved that a bit just so I can get through this groove here. How'd you like that? Well, that certainly wasn't pretty. The results on the Fix-It cam here are pretty good. You can see the old on the right and the new on the left here. It's clearance for the adjustment screw, and bearing contact here is going to be no issue, and this will never contact this end here, so we still get a functional gib. Not ideal, not what I wanted to do, but in the great words of somebody I used to work for, the sand is ever shifting beneath their feet, and sometimes when it rains you have to move the picnic indoors.